This is the unboxing video of the Tamiya Blackfoot 2016. Check out the full review at rctech.net.
Hey, welcome to rctech.net. Now, for any of you who have read my article on rctech.net about my first RC vehicle, would know that it was a Blackfoot. And this is the Blackfoot that I have featured in the article. It's not the original I had as a kid, but it is an original Blackfoot. And it is really cool. I searched for a Blackfoot for a long time, and I finally found a completely original one, and I have that all in that article. But the one thing I was missing was being able to build it. Because, let's face it, that's the most fun part, really, about having a Tamiya kit, is to be able to build it. And as a little kid, that was the first thing I've ever built. As far as an RC kit, did it all by myself, and it was just a blast. And to be able to redo that would be really, really, really cool. Well, I have an unboxing video today, and as you can see, I'm very happy about it. I've got the re-release of the Tamiya Blackfoot. Now, there are some differences with this one and the original, but it's still gonna be an awesome build because it's the Blackfoot, right? It's got some updated parts. It's got, updated drivetrain, so you can put brushless in it. Of course, it doesn't use the mechanical speed controller that this one here has. It's got an electronic speed controller with it. And there's a couple marketing differences, or I don't know what you want to call them, corporate differences. The raised Ford emblems on the vehicle here and here are no longer on this kit, and they've got an updated aftermarket grille instead of the original one. But it is going to be an awesome build. Let's go ahead and open this thing up. We're going to unbox it, see what's in it. The box pretty much looks the same as the original Blackfoot box with all the artwork, the sides. Tamiya does an excellent job creating this artwork. And like every other kit, they also do an amazing job of packaging their kit. They've even got some, cool looking graphics in here. Okay, so what do we have here? We have the iconic yellow rims. Let's see. We've got a bag here that looks like it has the driver figure. It's got the tailgate, the sunroof. We have the front and rear windows. And what else we have in here? We have some chrome parts. Looks like the rear bumper, the front grille, and there's one more thing. Oh, the light buckets are on top of the roll bar. Here we have the body, and I'm just gonna go ahead and open this up real quick. As you can see, it's the same style body, Ford pickup truck. Everything looks to be, very much the same body, except, as stated before, the Ford on the front, this no longer has the raised Ford letters. It's just smooth, which, hey, that's cool. I'm still going to get to build a Blackfoot truck, so I really don't care. We had the tires, and I've already smelled these. They smell like real rubber, which is pretty cool. And they have the Tamiya treads, no spikes, just the chevron hook tread right there. As you can see, it's a little bit different than regular chevron because it comes around and hooks up. Okay, and on this side, let's see, we have some body posts. Not quite sure what that right there is, to be honest with you. I believe this is a guard this is probably, because they did the re-release, I'm assuming they're using some of the parts the Monster Beetle uses. And we'll look more into this later, but I believe this is a Monster Beetle part, and we'll check that out. If it does have the rear, if it does have a rear guard, in the back, I probably won't put it on there because the original never had one. You could buy an aftermarket white one, but the original didn't have one. And so we'll see. Okay, we've got the rear trailing arm supports. We have body mount, motor mount, steering knuckle. We had the rear trailing arms, which is, I mean, that's really what made the Blackfoot so cool. You know, it didn't have the A-arms all the way around. It had the trailing arms in the back, which was really, really cool. Oh, well, I'll wait till we get there. Gearbox. The frame, I forget what they call this, some sort of space age frame or something like that. They have a name for it, but the frame in Blackfoot red. All right, here's the front bumper. Looks pretty much identical to that one. This is really cool being able to go through a brand new re-release and have, I mean, such a pristine, I mean, except for some stickers, scratches, but such a good vintage one to compare it to. Okay, so in this bag we have the brushed closed-end Belcan motor. We got a lot of aluminum parts here, suspension mounts. Got the plastic gears. They look to be beefier than the original. Some oil, which is another thing they upgraded, was the oil-filled shocks. Let's see if where they are. Yep, here they are. Oil-filled shocks. See the screw-on body here instead of just the regular old friction shocks, absorbers. Got some gold springs. Just got all the hardware. We have, you know, all the transmission plates, ball studs. I mean, even we have the front suspension arms in here. The rubber boots to go over the rear axles there. So yeah, this is going to be it's a lot in this one bag here. All right, we have some shock parts, and they even include the original friction shock bodies too. I guess that's if you don't want to go with the oil-filled shocks, you can go with the original friction. This is an updated kit. I'm going to go with the oil-filled. I've already got an original. Might as well go and make it handle just a little bit better. Although the bounciness of this Blackfoot is, I mean, it's fun. Anybody who owns, to me, as an old vintage RCs know that part of the appeal is that they are so bouncy. Okay, we have the dust cover for what used to be the mechanical speed controller, which now will have the electronic speed controller under there. We have some shock parts. We have the pistons and the spring retentions and the ride height clips. We have the speed controller, electronic speed controller, and we'll look more into this later. All right, a little bit of technical difficulty. I just filled up my memory card. I guess I'm talking too much, as my wife says. Yeah. All right, so I think we left off at the electronic speed controller. It looks like it'll possibly run brushed and brushless. We'll have to really take a look at this. Yep, this electronic speed controller is preset to brushed motor mode and not brushless motor mode as stated in the manual. It is ready to be used with the brushed motor in the kit. Be sure to refer to the included instruction manual connecting the ESC and... Okay. So it still has 3 motor leads, which generally means it's going to run either way, but it's already set up to run brushed, and that's convenient because it has a brushed motor in the kit. Okay, here we have the front shock tower, rear, the front of the rear spring mount here, some steering blocks. We have some body mount, body posts. This is the servo saver and the battery door pin. And let's see, we have the antenna tube that has rubber on it. All right, antenna tube. And the decal sheet. Cool. It says Vice Crawler tires on the front here as well instead of BF Goodrich. which, hey, that's fine. Bright Light Roadmaster on the lights instead of KC daylighters. So, still says Blackfoot stomping around in the same colors here. You guys can see that. There you go. Okay. And then we have the manuals. I'm sure this is going to be, oh yeah. Yep. Alright, very cool. As you can see, I'll go ahead and do another video of the build on this. And check out rctech.net for the full review on this new release Blackfoot. And I'll take a few pictures of it up against, or not up against, but side by side with an actual original vintage Blackfoot. And as you can see in the back, coming up, we've got a Mercedes Actros that we're going to be building as well. We've got the kit there. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the build videos.